Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, coming at you with a TTM mail date for Friday and Saturday. And if you're not familiar with my channel, this is your first time clicking on this video, what I like to do is write to athletes and celebrities and military veterans, NASA astronauts, and ask for their autograph through the mail, and along with many other people as well, of things of interest or other sports. And been doing this now for 6 years, and it's been a lot of fun, and I enjoy it very much. It's the best hobby that I've ever come across so far. So if you're interested in maybe joining in on this, I do have plenty of tutorial videos of like how I find my addresses, or how to do like a TTM letter, how to assemble everything as well, all your supplies, and print photos. That's all on my channel. You can find that. There's a little magnifying glass, so you can search videos. You can just type in a keyword there, it should pop up something for you. And there are also helpful links down below for you that you can check out for the address sites for my other personal pages that I post my stuff to. They give you some ideas, and really be awesome if you go check those things out. That really helps me out, and can also really help you out. So thank you again for clicking on this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. We'll start with the one TTM that came in on Friday. It is a Hall of Fame horse jockey. On the back of the envelope it says, "God loves you, John 3:16." So that was a cool piece of mail to open up and see that. And we got two 4x6 photos signed to me and Kim from Mr. Pat Day. All with the John 3:16 inscription, which of course is for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth on him should not perish but have everlasting life. Literally the core verse of Christianity, probably one of the best verses in my opinion. So very cool. And then he included a couple signed tracts of God's simple plan of salvation. So that's very cool. I am saved, but I still enjoy reading them or getting them from other people. And then he sent a couple extra photos from the 1992 Kentucky Derby, which he won on Little E.T. So very cool, Mr. Pat Day. So that was a really neat one. I've only ever gotten maybe 4 or 5 horse jockeys before, but whenever I see somebody pop up, I usually try to get them, and I think all the ones I got are Hall of Famers, so that's pretty neat. And for today we got a stack here, and I think this is an eBay World War I purchase for a future video. But we'll open up just in case, and if it's something else, I'll show it. If it's for World War I, I'll save it for a later video when I'm more prepared. But first one is coming back from San Diego, California, and this was sent out back in May. So let's see who we got. It's going to be Mr. Kurt Steelwell. I sent 5 cards. I asked him to keep whichever ones met his fancy. I guess none of them did, so he signed them all. This is the 87 Fleer glossy version. I just had if you guys remember, I had that box of 80s baseball cards, and I was looking through them to see who signed, and fortunately I couldn't hold on to them any longer. They were just taking up too much space. So that's the 86 Fleer update. So I could not hold on to them any longer. I wish I could, because I had them all sorted in teams too, or most of them. So next up is coming back from D.V. Daniels, New Jersey, and it was sent out last month in July. It's hard to believe it's already August. Thankfully, 2020 is in the 8th month of the year already. We're already 3/4 of the way there. Wow, this came back really fast. We got Mr. Herman on some photos that I printed myself. They're the matte photos. They came out alright. But some of them didn't come out that great, I don't think. But I still sent them off because I already used the ink to print them, so I might as well. But that's neat. Mr. Don Herman, he was a tight end / wide receiver for the Giants for a number of seasons. 60s into the 70s, I believe. Next up is San Diego, California. That was also last month in July. I sent out a ton of Battle of the Decade stuff, so Team 90s, be ready. Hopefully they all come back. Well, there's another fast one. These are only taking like 6 days. That's awesome. Former offensive lineman of the Denver Broncos, was on one of their Super Bowl teams. Got the idea from DeLong Shot Signatures for this one, Mr. Brian Habib. So that's really cool. Got a Broncos player, and a good one at that as well. Next up is coming from Omaha, Nebraska. That was also sent out July of this year. It is going to be W. Thane Baker. And I guess, yeah, the other two gentlemen in this photo passed away, unfortunately. The one in the middle most recently, Morrow. But W. Thane Baker is still alive. He's about 90 or so. Looks like he said, "I'm sorry I messed up the picture. I'll sign another if you send." That's alright. I think it looks just fine to me. He tried, I think, doing in marker or something, and the marker wasn't working, and then switched the pen, or the pen and switched the marker. I'm not sure, but either way, honestly, I don't think that's really a problem. It's still, I got my printer thing up, so there's a shadow, but I still think it looks fine. And then he included an extra 52 and 56 Olympics of his own, so that's really cool. So I'll probably write him a thank you note, tell him it was all good, I think it looks just fine, and tell him thank you for that extra photo. So thank you, Mr. Baker, for that. Really cool to get those older Olympians, because so many of them are up there in age and don't have many of them with us. Next up is Santa Clarita, California. This was sent out back in May. Maybe a celebrity, I don't know. It's kind of a celebrity. This is for Autographs for a Cure, and it's right up Michael's alley. Star Wars. It says John Dykstra. He was kind of like a set producer. Worked on a lot of the scene displays that you see there. That was one with the couple of the ships there. So that's really cool. Here's one of the. That might actually be from. It says Galactica, but I don't know. That might be Star Trek. But I'm pretty sure he just worked on Star Wars. So, but he was a behind-the-scenes kind of guy. Special effects and stuff, so that's a pretty cool one to get back. And Michael enjoys the Star Wars returns, and at least one or two of those are going to be going to Autographs for a Cure. I figured that'd be a nice piece to send to him. Next up, we have another Santa Clarita, California one. This one coming back quicker, sent in July. Oh, nice. So I didn't ask them both to sign it, but they are a husband and wife, celebrity duo, comedy duo, actor and actress duo, but they signed it both. That's really cool. This is Mr. Charlie Brill and Mitzi McCall. I sent to Charlie Brill. I've gotten Mitzi before, years ago, and I found a couple photos of them together. I thought it'd be really cool. I didn't ask, necessarily that they both wanted to sign, but they were kind enough to do that. So that's really cool to get two signatures on each photo. So really, really neat. Unfortunately, the images, they're like really blurry. You don't really pick that up on the camera here, but in person they didn't come out the photos, but I'm very happy with the signatures there. So thank you, Miss McCall and Mr. Brill. Really do appreciate you signing that for me. So that's really awesome. I was not expecting that. Next up, another one from Omaha, Nebraska. I think I sent to 2 people, and they're already coming back from Omaha, or in the Nebraska area. So that's kind of neat. This is Nebraska Cornhusker basketball legend. Played for a little bit in the NBA. This is Mr. Dave Hoppin. So I'm sure, hopefully, I don't know if Dustin, if you pay attention much to Nebraska basketball, but I'm sure you probably might recognize him. Although you may have been, when he was playing, you may have been a little too young to maybe have seen him play, or at least remember him playing, but I'm sure you've probably heard the lore from in Nebraska there. So that was a neat one to get back from Mr. Hoppin. And final one for sure, that's a TTM, has come back from Baltimore, Maryland. Sent out in July. But yeah, I like sending to those guys that had really good college careers too, because those are kind of neat stuff to get back. I sent with this gentleman, this came back really quick too, with a $7 donation, because that's what I had left in my wallet. But usually I think he's just like $3 per. It's Mr. Ken Singleton, and it goes to his foundation that helps kids and stuff. So well worth the donation. So thank you, Mr. Singleton. He was a pretty, looking at his stats, I never appreciated actually how pretty decent of a player he was. I actually might consider adding him to my Baseball Stars binders. Which, speaking of which, I need to continue on with the videos of that. I've had more cards come in. I was sorting them and trying to add them in, but I think I got most of them in, so I think I might just do a video here whenever I get a chance. Next up, so I'll see what this is. If it's not a World War I, I'll show you. If it is a World War I, I'll save it. So the only other autographs I really bought that weren't was a Daniel Bard. He's playing on the Rockies now. Wears my favorite number, 52. So he's kind of a favorite Rockies player at the moment for me. But I'm pretty sure this is a World War I. Yes, I think it is. It's a neat one too, so that'll be a cool one to talk about, honestly. So very nice. So yeah, I'll save that for a future video. So if you guys want to see what I got there, check out my World War I series that I hope to do a video on here pretty soon. I've been waiting for the rest of them to come in. I just went crazy. I found some for really nice prices, so that'll be fun to do. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know this was kind of a long video, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got some ideas even from these, and really appreciate all the support on the videos. Been getting lots of likes and comments and views lately, so it means the world to me that you all are watching my videos and having a good time. So thank you so much for that, and I'll be back with a Battle of the Decades update tomorrow for you guys, and we'll see where we're at so far for the second week of the contest. So talk to you later, guys, and have a good night. Bye.